Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Avel. On this YouTube channel, I share my travel experiences around the world through vlogging, through road trips, through videos like this one where I share my stories of places I've been to. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing. In today's video, we are going to talk about Egypt, a place I almost cancelled traveling to because of videos I saw online, articles I read. But eventually I went. Since I went there, will I ever go back to that country? I'm gonna answer this question in this video. But before I even get to the question, let me tell you how I even decided to go to Egypt. So about a year ago, I was looking for a place to go to with my wife for a short vacation trip. And we were looking for a place not too far from Europe, not too expensive, and a place that was quite warm, because at that time of the year, the weather was still quite cold in Europe. So among the places that came up in our research were Morocco, Egypt, Cape Verde in West Africa, and I decided to go with Egypt because it was a chance for me to see the pyramid. The country has incredible history and the hotels were very affordable. And I'm talking about 4 stars to 5 stars hotels, and the prices were very affordable. So when I compared it to Morocco, I thought it was a good idea to go to Egypt. So I started making arrangements to travel to Egypt, booked flight tickets, and turned out that I needed to have a visa, even though I come from Africa. And that's where things started to get a bit tricky. When I found out that I needed to get a visa to go to Egypt, I first wanted to contact the embassy, and the embassy didn't have a website. So that was already, I wouldn't say a red flag, but something that made me question how professional the embassy was working. So they have this Facebook page where they post all the information about the embassy, the visa, and everything. I was like, this doesn't sound legit. So I decided to go to the embassy personally, and I got there, got all the information that I needed, the documents that I had to submit for the visa to be approved. Went back home, worked on all these documents, prepared them, made another appointment at the embassy, and I went to submit my application. When we got there, they said I was gonna get an answer in about a week and the visa was gonna be ready. So I said, that's cool. That's not too long because my trip was still 2 to 3 months away. So after a week, the embassy says the visa is not ready. They are not sure whether they have to deliver the visa here or if it has to be done from Egypt. I'm like, yeah, but I don't even need to know all this information. You just do what you have to do and give me the visa if I qualify for it. Then they're like, okay, call us in a couple of days. A couple of days I called, same story. Yeah, we are still waiting. Call again in a couple of days. I call again, same story. And that went on for weeks, for months. And while I was waiting, I started watching YouTube videos and I started seeing videos of people saying, don't go to Egypt. Egypt is a bad place. They started sharing their experiences in Egypt, which were like legit experiences that they had. And it got me thinking that, yeah, with what I'm experiencing with the embassy, it's been like over 2 months now that I'm waiting for the visa. I mean, they seem to be very unprofessional. And with all these things that people are saying, should I go to Egypt? So I started asking myself the question. And I thought, I'm just going to cancel the trip because this doesn't sound right. And the other option that was on the table was Morocco. So hotels were a bit more expensive in Morocco, for even less quality than what was offered in Egypt. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just go to Morocco because I don't need a visa. So it's way more smooth and people are giving good reviews about Morocco. So I called the airline company to change my flight from Egypt to Morocco. Airline says this ticket can't be changed. It's either you just get a new ticket for Morocco or you go to Egypt. But you cannot change it and it cannot be refunded either. So I was like, yeah, then I just have to go to Egypt. I mean, So I will call the embassy every day, and that's what I did every single day. I was calling the embassy, and that was already about 3 weeks to my trip, and I still didn't have the visa. I was calling the embassy every single day until eventually I got the visa. When I got the visa, I planned my trip, but with all the stories that I was consuming on YouTube and about the negative experiences people have had, I was already quite anxious about going to Egypt. And I was like, yeah, maybe this trip is not going to be, the best. So the day arrived, we do travel. We land in Egypt around midnight. And I was so anxious to go to the border control because in most of the videos, that's the place where their trouble started. So as I'm walking towards the place, I'm like anxious and wondering what is going to happen, because in the visa there was a mistake made by the embassy. When they wrote my passport number, they wrote it wrong on the visa. So I thought like this is probably something that they can use to send me back to, tell me I can't enter. But I got there, the immigration officer took my passport, looked at everything, stamped it. In less than 5 minutes, I was out of there. I was quite surprised, based on what people were saying and what I was experiencing. So that was cool, nice first experience with the country, because immigration actually gives you the tempo of how your experience is going to be in the country. So that was already a very green flag for me. Got to the hotel, slept, and the following day started exploring the country. Cairo is a very busy city, so I didn't want to stay there for so long. I just wanted to explore the touristic sites like the pyramids and all these things. So I did that, went to view the pyramids, went inside. Best experience ever. It was really incredible to see the pyramids. All the hassle was actually worth it when I saw, the pyramids. I entered, it was super cool. And like I said, because Cairo is such a busy and chaotic city, I didn't want to spend my vacation there. So we went to a beautiful city called Hurghada. We got a resort there. It's a very touristic place. So you have a lot of tourists from Europe and from all over the world actually that go there. So we were there and it was so nice. The hotel was super nice, right by the beach. The sea is so calm. I was able to swim there. It was really nice experience. The food was nice. It was all inclusive. I had so many things happening around the hotel. It was really a nice experience we had. My experience ended up being very different from what people were describing on the internet. Not to say that what they had experienced was not true, but my experience was totally different. I can give you a few tips of what we did. Maybe it will help you when you go. Number one thing we did was to get a tourist guide in Cairo. He took us through all the places we went. He dealt with locals for us, so we didn't have to go through the hassle, and that made the experience quite easy for us. Then we didn't stay too long in Cairo because I said it's very chaotic. After you have seen all the touristic sites, in my opinion, it's not a place to spend your vacation and relax and recharge. So the second thing you can do is to go to a resort city, go to a nice resort hotel and just relax, have a good time. And because we did that, we were in a tourist friendly environment. We didn't really experience anything out of the ordinary. So maybe something you can consider doing if you want to go to Egypt. I cannot guarantee that it will be as nice as when I went there, but I hope it will be for you. To answer the question, will I go back to Egypt? I would say yes, I will go back to Egypt if I find myself in a situation where I need a place where I don't have to spend a lot of money and have a nice experience. I would consider going there. But this world is so big and I have so many places I want to go to. So going twice to a place it's not the kind of things I do. So I might not go back to Egypt, but not because I didn't like it, but just because I've been there already and I have other places to go to. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Let us know in the comment section if you have been to Egypt. How was your experience there? If you are planning to go to Egypt, how do you feel? Do you feel confident going there? Thank you again. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.